We're set up for play of the day. We got 4 screens in front of you. We have SPY on the left. That's a 1-minute chart looking at exactly what the S&P 500 is doing going in. Plug is my top choice for today. Again, EV name on a bounce, as well as the lithium news out of Tesla. So again, we're looking long on all 3 of those. In the middle, we have ORTX, which is a pharma name that's gapping up. Not quite as much as it was. It was already up here, so we'll keep an eye on it. 1 minute, and then the right is lithium. This is a sympathetic play as well to the upgrades or the relationship that Tesla has with PLL. All right, so here now that we're open, you can see where we are. We're in that 5 to 10% range. This is obviously just screaming higher on us, so we can't just throw a dart and take that. We need to stop and chill out for a second and then look at our entries. So rolling over to ORTX does not appear to be open yet, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then lithium up 6%, so you can see it in the range there. I kind of like the setup in this because it has a nice big move up. You know, somebody this morning paid $9 for it, and now it's down at $8.41. So if this comes in a little bit more, then we'll look at it for the long. Still waiting on ORTX, see what it's doing. Don't know if we're going to get much of an entry here, but I do want it to come back down in this range before we can turn around and take it long. Well, there we go. Getting close. All right, so what's the stop going to need to be here? This is a 20-cent stop, if you will. We're going to let this fall, then we're going to take it back long. So right now I'm at 12.58. I would love to be able to get it down here at 12.50. All right, 12.50, let's take it there. 12.50 long is our entry point, or maybe you got just a few pennies above that. We're looking at a 20-cent stop is down to 12.30. So down here, plenty of room to the downside. And here's our arrow, so you know where we took it and which direction we're taking it. So you're taking plug long. So 12 up to 1270 would be the first R. That would be 1. And then we'll count them higher when it gets there. All right, zooming in on the overall market. Not much going on here in this ORTX, so not necessarily caring for that. I do like this lithium play. 10 to 1040. Don't jump away while I'm looking at you. Zoom back out a little bit. All right, so we're in this trade. Market's doing nicely long. We're in this trade long. This one we're still kind of looking at. It's up at 9%. Plenty of volume. I don't just want to buy it here, even though I think it is just going to go higher. Probably not going to get a better entry that I'm looking for, so may have to pass on this one. But we're going to keep it here. I don't like the ocean or the motion of the ocean out of ORTX, so let's kill that off and bring up some other names that we are going to look at. SPCE up at 12%. Going higher. Trade's working over here, almost to an R, so we'll keep an eye on that. Nothing to really trade out of SPCE. Let's look at CINA. This is the one that was going private at 43.30, so it's just kind of chilling there. Don't need to look at that. WB was in motion earlier. Nice pop out of WB right away. And again, that's M&A. Nope. That was earnings. It was for WB, so that's nice. The M&A was MT. Not having any love, combined with CLF. All right, people are saying CLF's getting the better end of the deal here. So again, up almost 10% already. Caesars secondary offerings, check that out. Wah, wah, 58 down to almost $2 sell off there. It's actually in the red from where it was gapping. So people aren't liking that. Tilray, that was an interesting name we were going to take a look at. T-L-R-Y. All right, this again was the for the nausea. Cannabis, does it help with nausea? That sort of thing. 495 down to 485. It's actually not a bad entry here for a long. Not really that interested though. I like this lithium play better. As it continues to go higher with me not in it. Yeah, there was my shot, but that wasn't much of a shot to get in it. So I'm going to let that one go. Here's the market higher. All right, let's see what else we have. One more name I'll look at. Shell. You know Shell, it's an EV name, truck maker. Whoops, that's not going in the right direction. It was up, touched 14% pre-market. So even with the sell-off, it's still up 6.8%. I do have some of this in the book. So that's actually a pretty good entry if you want to go long. It's all the way down here, getting these nice dojis. You'd have to go with the 50-cent stop though. But even a 50-cent stop in here at 48, you know, 48.50, 49, you're back out of the trade by, you know, 49.50 up in this range. You could even go a bigger stop than that. Actually, I think I'm going to call this. Let's go. Let's go 48.8 there, just hit it. We're going long, so there's the entry point. This is too good of a setup. And we're looking at a 50-cent stop, so we'll get that set up here in a second. Here's our entry. Terrible arrow. So 50 cents, 48.30 is down here. And it looks like we're maybe already at our stop. So then 48.8, 49.8 would be 2R. So that's 2R. And then 50.30 would be 3R. So there's our 3R point. So we are already back out of this trade. So nice trade there. So when you see something selling off like this, it's you don't want to take it all the way down at the bottom, right? So, but you see these long dojis, it's like they're selling off, it's trying to go higher, selling off, trying to go higher. I'll get the other, so this chart looks right. 49.30 was our 1R point. So when you're looking at that, it's just like, you know, it keeps bouncing higher, keeps bouncing higher. You have to take it somewhere in here. I could have waited till 49. Even if you wait till 49, you're still getting a 3R trade. So you don't need to be, you know, too jumpy about getting into this trade here. But is it a strong name? Yes, it's Shell. It's EV. All this EV plays are going higher. So even though the market's down for a couple minutes here, able to hop in on a nice trade. Okay, so we're still in this trade. This is our 1R point for plug. It is not moving. It's not flopping around, so that's good news. But we have to be patient with it. We never got in the lithium trade. Not a real good, never got that perfect entry. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other names that are out there. All right, so switching back to, it's 8 minutes into the open. One trade in the books. We have our other stop limit on the other trade. So worst cases, we're out 2R. If, or excuse me, we're up 2R. You know, we made 3 off the one trade, then lose 1 on the other trade. That'd be worst case. All right, CLS up big. That's a penny stock. Going to another screen to see where that is, because I actually have a sell trigger in here on some of it. So CLS. Okay, still not at my trigger. All right, so psychedelic name, there's Shell. We just took that for a quick trade. Shroom, psychedelic name, Tesla up. You'll see some EV names. Workhorse, Neo, of course, Shell we just talked about. A lot of names moving up and moving up pretty significantly. Let's see what's on the red list out there. Nikola, again, getting beat up, and well, deservedly so. A lot of negative articles out there. Again, CEO resigned, I think, back over here, just off the chart. And again, this is Monday through Friday next week. It might have been here where the CEO resigned. But anyhow, not getting a whole lot of love, and don't expect it to. get any MongoDB, Northwest Bio, a couple of the treasury funds, bond. And really that's it. So pretty much everything else is in the green today. So let's go back to the SPY here. All right, SPY's up 1.3, NASDAQ up 1.5, and Dow Jones up 137. All right, back to our day trade. Oh, there we go. Looks like we're getting some love. So 12.5 to 12.7. 12.90 is our second R. So it's up in here would be number 2. So again, I would just leave the stop in. If you took this and you took that one real quick and made the 3R, you could up your your exit point out of from 12.3. You could either take it up to break even. I have no problem with that, or up in here at 12.7. You're probably going to hit it back at 12.7 though, because it's flopping around. But again, you can take that trailing stop and bring it north now, since we are 10 minutes into the trading day, and arguably you just want to set it and forget it at this point. So all right, last